Astronomers have figured out that supermassive black holes live at the heart of galaxies and pull stars at incredible speeds. But they're not strong enough to hold all the stars in a gigantic galaxy together. So, what does hold them together? It was a mystery until a maverick scientist came up with the idea that something unknown was at work. Back in the 1930s, Swiss astronomer Fritz Zwicky wondered why galaxies stayed together in groups. By his calculations, they didn't generate enough gravity, so they should fly away from each other.
And so he said, well, I know that they haven't flown apart. I see them all gathered together in this nice collection. Therefore, something must be holding them in place. But our own gravity was just not strong enough. And so he concluded that it must be something which nobody had detected before, nobody had thought about, and he gave it this name, dark matter. And this was really a stroke of genius.
Fritz Zwicky was decades ahead of his time, and that's why he grated on the astronomical community. But you know, he was right.
If what Zwicky called dark matter held galaxies together in groups, perhaps it also holds individual galaxies together. To find out, scientists built virtual galaxies in computers with virtual stars and virtual gravity.
We did a simulation where we put a lot of particles in orbit in a flat disk, which was just like the picture of our galaxy. And we expected to find that we get a perfectly good galaxy, and we were looking to see if it had a spiral or whatnot. But we found it always came apart.
There just wasn't enough gravity in the galaxy to hold it together. So, Oestreicher then added extra gravity from virtual dark matter.
It seemed like a natural thing to try, and it solved the problem. It fixed it.
Gravity from dark matter held the galaxy together.
Dark matter acts as a sort of protective scaffolding for galaxies that really holds them up and holds them in place and prevents them from falling apart.
Now, scientists are discovering that dark matter doesn't just hold galaxies together. It might have sparked them into life.
We think that dark matter was created out of the Big Bang, and dark matter began to clump. And these clumpings of dark matter eventually became the nuclei, the seeds for our galaxy.
But scientists still have no idea what dark matter actually is.
Dark matter is weird because we don't understand it at all. It's clearly not made of the same stuff that you and I are made of.
You can't push against it, you can't feel it, yet it's probably all around us. It's a ghost-like material that'll pass right through you as if you didn't exist at all.
We might not know much about dark matter, but the universe is full of it.
So the dark matter, weight for weight, makes up at least 6 times as much of the universe as does normal matter, the stuff that we're all made from. And without it, the universe just wouldn't work the way that it seems to work.
But the universe does work, so maybe dark matter is real. Strange stuff. And recently, it's been detected in deep space. Not directly, but by observing what it does to light. It bends it in a process called gravitational lensing.
Gravitational lensing really allows us to test the presence of dark matter. And the way that works is that as a beam of light from some distant galaxy is traveling towards us, if it passes by a large collection of dark matter, its path will be deflected around that dark matter by the gravitational pull.
When the Hubble telescope looks deep into the universe, some galaxies do seem distorted and stretched. That's caused by the dark matter which warps the image. It's sort of like looking through a goldfish bowl.
By probing the shapes of those galaxies and the degree of distortion, we can really measure very accurately the amount of dark matter that's there.
It's clear now that dark matter is a vital ingredient of the universe. It's been working since the dawn of time and affects everything, everywhere. It triggers the birth of galaxies and keeps them from falling apart. We can't see it or detect it, but nevertheless, dark matter is the master of the universe.